Hey everybody, this is Jesse Lee, and we're on part 2 of getting started with Klaviyo SMS, and this video is going to be all about updating your terms of service. This is something we need to do before we can actually legally send text messages, not just with Klaviyo, but with any SMS provider. So just keep that in mind. Now, before we jump into it, this is going to be a very short video because there's not much to explain here, but I want to let you know this is part of a playlist. There are multiple parts, multiple videos in this series. So this is a 7-step process that I had laid out in the first video. So if you're trying to get started with SMS, all of the parts are there. I will link to it in the description below. If you're confused about anything, there's another video before this, and there's going to be parts after this. It's a 7-step process, but I can almost guarantee this is going to be more than 7 videos. So I haven't put a cap on it because as time goes on, there's probably going to be questions that come in where I'll make more clarifying videos. So this is going to be just one big giant playlist, I'm sure. So anyway, so let's jump into it. Updating your terms of service. First of all, I want to let you know I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. This is something that, I want to protect myself on this. You need to look into wherever your business laws of where you're located and also where you're sending text to. So you got to check the guidelines of, like, if you're in the US and you're sending text to, let's say, the UK, just be aware that this might change depending on your location. And they're launching more and more countries all the time. They just launched Australia a few weeks ago. So, and I'm willing to bet they're going to launch more in the near future. So it's very exciting, but just keep this in mind. Also, the other thing about this terms of service, we are going to be using this in our form when we go to input a phone input form, an SMS number input form on one of your opt-in forms. So you'll be linking to this in that form. So you need to have this updated before you do that. So real quick, again, short video. I'm just going to link this article in the description below. This is your best practices when it comes to updating your terms of service to include SMS. So they're just like, inputting your company name, inputting your phone number in certain places, your support email address, things like that. And then it has things like if you're sending in US or Canada, it's a little bit different than the UK and Australia. So this is a good place to start. But again, I want to make a caveat, and Klaviyo does the same thing. Neither I, myself, or the Klaviyo team, none of us are lawyers. So this information is not legal advice. You should consult a legal maybe some sort of legal consultant to make sure you're being compliant. But yeah, I'll list this in the description below, and that should get you started. With that, let's go ahead and go on to the next video. The next video, you can just click this box over here, and we'll get started with the next step.